Hey, what's going on, guys that are watching? Don't be afraid to say hi. Nice. Man, I love spaghetti. Let's see if we can find half this stuff. Plastic. What was it? Plastic, cable, plastic, cable, screws. I think there's actually plastic over here. Station. It is plastic. Beautiful. Oh, there we go. You did indeed. How you going? Oop, that's pretty off center. I usually stream on Thursdays only, but this is a bit of a... I was already playing, so I was like, stuff it, I'll just throw one up. How are we going to make this all nice and tidy? Circuit boards. Oh, I think I actually have them coming in over here too. I do indeed. Oop. Out of sheets. Lucky we've got heaps. Sorry, man. Yeah, look, I don't use blueprints much. I I was a bit late to the party with them, and I didn't really end up using them too much, like when they came out, and now I'm really regretting that quite a lot, actually. Um, but I'll be using them a lot more in 1.0. Or I'm going to attempt to anyway. Come on. Play the game. That's good enough. I mean, you can always build blueprints and like chill out. You can do two things at once. I'm not really doing anything in particular that's exciting. I'm just building some more machines for my main factory. Might make this a walkway. It's really steep. Oh, there we go. Not with one PC. Yeah, that's true. This game is rough on your computer. I mean, I'm getting 20 FPS right now. That's why I plan to upgrade. I've got pretty good specs already, but I do plan to upgrade probably early next year. But we'll see how much 1.0 destroys my computer. Might end up upgrading sooner than that. We'll see. Yeah, I got a few mods. The best one that I have is I've got two actually that I mostly use. Hang on, I gotta wait for this autosave. Sometimes I think the game's about to crash and it's just my autosave taking forever and ever. There's actually three main mods that I like to use. So one of them is this one, and allows you to like change the day and night cycle to whenever you want, and you can pause the time. You can make it as long and as short as you want. Hang on. I'll take you outside. So you can like change the time of day, and it really doesn't seem to affect your FPS at all. The other thing is it doesn't have rain, but you can like pause the time of day. That's called... What's it called? Hang on. It's called Sky UI. The other one that I use is a mod called Decorations mod. It's just called Decoration. And Factory Props. The two of them allow you to like add like rocks and trees and things like that. And there's one more mod that I have. So like you can add like all these extra trees and stuff. Oop, out of power. The last mod that I have is for this. So you can like... Oh, that's a fake tree. Gotta find a real tree. So you can like chop things down. Like, so see how this bush is right next to that tree? Normally with a chainsaw, it like chops the whole tree down and everything around it. This one just gets rid of just like one tree. So in case you don't want to destroy everything around it. And that one's called... Those are the 4 main ones that I use. Pack Utility and Infinite Nudge. I think I have Pack Utility as well, but I try not to use it. A lot of cheating going on there. Doesn't feel like I've earned my keep. Infinite Nudge. That's like you can move like each tile a little bit. Yeah, I think that the controls for like moving stuff around could be definitely a lot better than they are. Like I know that you can just press H and you can just move stuff around a little bit. And there are other mods that you can use to move stuff incrementally. But they definitely need to make changes to what they've got, because it's very bare bones controls that they have. Cable. Got the screws, plastic, and the circuit boards. I need cable. And I probably have some mixed into some spaghetti down here. Is that going to, I wonder? Oh well. Guess we're gonna use it. Come on. Actually, I think I have cable coming in from over here somewhere. Do. Yeah. Like, using beams is okay and stuff, but yeah, it's much nicer when you can just, like, place things the way that a creation game should allow you to just place things anyway. I'm really hoping that they might do, like, an overhaul of some of the controls for, like, a lot of that sort of stuff when they do drop 1.0. Tables. Actually, I can probably just route it. Yeah. Yeah, this game's so rough on your computer, like literally. This game and Escape from Tarkov, if you've heard of it. Both games just melt your computer to the ground. Nudge vertically, small increment. Also tilt objects. There's a mod that used to be called, I think, Micromanage, that was like that. I have been using one recently, but I can't remember what it's called. To like make my train signs smaller. But that's all I'm gonna say on that for now. Choose the lesser of two evils here. That's work. The tilting objects is like... that would be insane, especially for building walls and things like that. What they really need to make is like a mod or something so that you can like stretch tiles. So you can like pull down the corners and things like that. So that when you're doing like uphill, downhill, like railway and things, you can make the foundation actually line up with the rail properly on both sides. It's gonna look awful. Let there be cable! Yeah, literally, when you're just trying to clear one bush off and it's like, oh, there goes all of your forest. That used to bother me so bad. And it's been super, super helpful this during this time. When 1.0 comes out, however, I'll probably just be... Smart splitter. I'm probably going to clear all of the trees off every terrain and every area, and I'm going to actually build all of my own biomes from scratch. Got power going to these? Yeah, they are powered. I don't want them to clip together, but I don't really have a choice here, which is really unfortunate. This is what we're going to do. Make this work. Some guy released a video about perfectly aligning foundations with railway tracks. I thought you were talking about, thank you by the way. No, I thought you were talking about, there was another YouTuber who did do a video about lining up foundations to other misaligned foundations using the beam, what is it? This thing. Yeah, the painted beam. But I think my method's like a lot better, and I'm not trying to like, you know, like be like, oh, mine's the best. But you can actually like, I didn't explain it very well in the video, but like, let's just say you'd have a rail section like this. Might be too much of an angle, we'll see. Yeah, it's too sharp. Actually, I can just go like that. So imagine your foundations are actually following the curve of that. Then what you can do is get your wall section and like lay your wall section down and connect it up to each piece and then make a perfectly curved wall. And I didn't actually show that in the video, but I did mention it briefly at the beginning, but I think I brushed over it too quickly for anybody to understand that. So you can make like literally perfectly curved walls as well using that technique, but I think I might cover that in a different video because yeah, I think that, like I said, it was glossed over too much. Yeah, some people were a little bit nitpicky about the video. They, you know, I mean, you can't cater to everybody's needs, so I'm not, you know, I'm not fussed about it. But some people were saying that it took too long to get to the point and blah, 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 blah. But I feel like, you know, it's difficult to get the right amount of information across to everybody, right? Because, like, everybody's different. Oh man, spastic. I made all of these mergers instead of splitters. It's difficult to get the right amount of information out for everybody because everyone learns differently. So it was like, some people were like, oh, it's too fast. Some people were like, oh, it didn't explain enough. But I feel like I got it right in the middle, in my opinion anyway. And I specifically talked like really slow in the video so that people would like understand as best they could. There we go. That's going to be an issue. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to rip up this cable. We're going to move it along. Also, I want to apologize about the FPS. It's going to be really bad on the stream. It's because I'm getting really poor FPS, but soon I'm working on getting a capture card or like a dedicated computer so I can stream off that. Alright, that's gonna work. Splitter. Too many damn directions, I can't figure out what's going on. No, I know, and that, like I said, everybody learns differently, so, you know, you can't ever cater to everyone, but I think I did a pretty good job of explaining it for all the... The main thing is I wanted to, like, target people that, like, were a little bit slow to pick things up. Why is this not connecting here? Idiot, and it's backwards. Because I know that when people make videos on stuff, if they sit there and they ramble for like 20 minutes while they're doing it, you start to like lose focus on it and stuff. But anyway, my next video tomorrow, and it's not even really a video, it's more of a movie. It's not long, but yeah, I can't wait for that to come out. The thing with my content too is like, I'm not really making this, I mean, of course everybody wants their YouTube to do well, but like, and their Twitch or whatever they're doing, of course they want their project to go well for them, but I'm not really doing this for everyone else. I'm doing it because I like doing it, and I want to share what I'm doing with everyone else, and you know, if they don't like it, that's fine, you know, it doesn't bother me at all. Whereas a lot of people out there get really stuck into like making their channel like a content farm and oh, making computers again, let's go. Gotta rip this up. Gotta make this a lot higher. It's gotta clear all that stuff at the end there and whatever output I have down here. But this setup here does not look the best, and I haven't painted it yet. Will look a lot better in a few minutes when I get back to painting it. Probably add some lighting in there. Normally I would spend some time to like actually route all of that underground. But I don't have the room here because when I built this building, it's just a little bit too close to the foundation. It's a bit of a stuff up on my behalf. Look at those beautiful motors. Computers, sorry. I do need to make motors. I absolutely love this hallway. It's so dope. It feels like kind of like being inside a spaceship. Game can feel quite daunting and seem. Game can seem quite daunting. Seeing all the different build styles can inspire folk. It is possible to make awesome and stunning factories. That's right, and even with like really small Alien vibes, yeah, 100%. Love all the series, all the movies, everything. That's right. Even like little channels, like really like sometimes like some people are like mad sleepers, like they're sitting on stuff that they haven't shown anyone, and you just never know what you're gonna find out there. I mean, you know, all the great builders have got their own little tricks and stuff that they keep to themselves for sure, myself included. What are we running out of? Problem here. Alright, stuff it. We're gonna make some spaghetti. I will say, I have been in contact with a couple of the bigger Satisfactory YouTubers, because it's like not that hard to like get in contact with people, like especially because if you get into their Discord, you can usually message them personally. But some of them are actually like really not what you would expect. Not very down to earth. Not the prettiest, but you know what? It's gonna work. Because you're not gonna see in that deep anyway, and it's gonna get walled off eventually. So we don't have to worry about it. See, look, you can't even see in there. All you see is this beautiful line here. Just ignore all of that. Oh, let's go, computers. Alright, I'll finish up. Don't you dare crash. Oh, I think it's time for a save after that. I really need to start making motors. I've got AI limiters and motors that I need to make. Bits is really good. That's all I have to say on that topic. Actually, Fluxo's alright. Fluxo's alright as well. I feel like these machines, they just feel like they're not even going. Like, I know they are, but I might even downclock them because I don't really need loads of computers. I did when I was like making heaps of trains. Come on. All their communities though are real good. Definitely I can speak for their communities and say they're all really good. Yeah. The worst ones for me, definitely the worst ones for me are like high-speed connectors. That's a pain in the ass to make, especially if you got to make loads of them for like nuclear. Like trying to make 70 of them per minute is a pain in the ass because you need loads and loads of need heaps of quick wire. And the other one that's a pain in my ass is electromagnetic control rods, but I don't make either of them here, thank God. Uphill one. Yeah, right. With my last factory, so I ended up, you're probably like wondering like why I'm so far into this save and I'm sitting here building some of these like smaller things now. But the reason is because I wiped out my main factory and then stored up a bunch of stuff so that I could rebuild my hub because it was just a mess. It was just a really, really big mess. So I got rid of it completely. And so here we are. Ooh. I feel like we need some lighting under here. Oh, and I need to color all that stuff too. Actually, I'm gonna make these dark. Yeah, it is. And one of the things that I learned uh, wasn't until like the second save that I'd started, I think that was around update 2, was that the factory that you build is never going to be the last factory that you build. And you're like, my aim was to build like the biggest hub that I possibly could that would, like whatever my computer would allow, I was going to build that. And I just kept expanding it and expanding it and realizing that it's a terrible idea to build everything big in one area because you just can't lay it out well. It's a nightmare. So you need to break it all up. Like none of my concrete is done on site here. Like I've still am importing loads and loads of products. Like I've got train here for concrete, one for silica, alclad sheets, steel beams. There's heaps of stuff. Like these 4 stations are just copper. Encased steel beams. Encased steel beams are the worst. They're being built off site. Same with pipes. All the really annoying stuff is off site, and then I've got more stations up the top there. And then they come in, and then they just get routed up underneath and then into these containers here. And then from there, I just take all the basic stuff and then turn it into whatever. All right, we need to paint some of this stuff because it looks terrible. Is it a tip for you too? The color black looks really cheap in this game. I don't know why, but if you paint stuff black, it just looks really bad. I don't ever paint anything black. Dark grey for sure. Never any black. Also, here's a tip for you. I I've had this save since update 4, I think. Maybe update 3. So this issue might not exist to you, but crap, hang on. If you're using these conveyor lifts and you try to paint them, go with white, and that's happening to you, you can literally just, after you've painted it, you literally just place another random one, and for some reason it just paints itself. I don't know why that happens. I don't know if it's just me, but there's a thing. Alright. Yeah, definitely feel like we need some lighting under here. Definitely like orange lighting or something. It's quite large. Yeah, just keep adding 50%. Yeah. I think with 1.0 it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve, because obviously I'm not going to know what all the recipes are and how much of everything I'm going to need to balance everything off. But definitely I learned with this save quite early. Like, you can see that building through there. Like, that whole building over there is like 40 or 50 constructors, and they're just making concrete, and I'm stealing like all the nodes in the green area just to run them there and balance them into the machine. And then, you know what I mean? Like, you just end up doing like a whole bunch of a single process on site. And I find that that works better, and then just like transporting them around. At least for me, that works out really good. Those are really low. This might look really bad too. See if this looks okay in orange. Come on. There we go. Whoop. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. Might do one on this side here. +3,000 hours? Damn, dude, you make me look like I've just started. I think I've got like... I've got somewhere in the realm of about 1,500 hours. I know you guys can see the timer up the top, but this world save and all my other ones have a lot more than that, just because I had the game on the Epic Games Store originally, and I don't know what happened, but when I switched my save files from Epic Games to Steam, it reset all my timers for everything on all my save files. It was really weird. Mind you, that was like 4 years ago, so probably some weirdness going on there. But damn, dude, 3,000 hours, that's a lot. It is a good game, though. And the way that they built this game, too, like, it just has such good replayability. Like, you can just... Everything's a vibe, man. You can just, like, build in a new area and, like, new environment, and... That's pretty cool. I like that lighting on there. nonsense is going on here? I like that. It looks really nice, I think. Sidetracked and end up playing around. That's how you create, man. That's how, like, all the best artists create things. That's how I create, man. You just, I don't know. Not really a plan. You just go in and do it. I'll show you my roundabout here. I don't know if you've seen it in any of the videos properly, but come on. Let me up. Hang on. Oh, what a perfect moment for you to come and see that. There's like 4 trains on there. There's one back there hiding away. He's like tucked back there. There's another train I think over there as well. Here's something else I like to do. You can in the game you can turn the fog off. It looks so much worse with the fog on. And if you've got a really good video card, you can turn the fog off. And then you can turn on the draw distance scale of stuff, so you can see the plants just popped in a lot better then. And then you can also change the foliage LOD distance, which is like trees and things. Hang on, I didn't change it far enough. How the fuck did I do that? Oh, the fog? Yeah. There we go. The trees drew in a bit better. So yeah, if you have like a good graphics card, like more than say 12 gigabytes of RAM, I mean you have to play around with it yourself, but you can turn the fog off, and then there's if you want to increase the draw distance of like the meshes, so like all the trees and stuff around, I'll actually type it out for you. Static mesh LOD. Hang on, I just got to confirm that that's correct before I... Static mesh LOD distance scale. And then you just punch in like space and then whatever number you want. The smaller the number, the better the distance is that it draws stuff at. And the other one is foliage. You might get away with like, you'll probably get away with running even an 8 gig card. R.foliage. No, the foliage one is... Foliage one is, so foliage is supposed to be trees and stuff, but it's not in this game. So that one, this one, the foliage distance scale, I would try them out in game first before you go and save them into the any file, because you can just try them while you're like running the game and it doesn't tank the game at all. and you can see how much it directly affects your FPS. With the foliage scale, I would say anything between like 1 to 5, depending on, so space 1 or 2 or space 5 or whatever. The bigger the number, obviously, the greater the distance it draws, like trees. It also draws glass at greater distances. So like if I'll show you. So if I turn my foliage down to 1, you can see that the back glass up the back there, I don't know if it draws in this video well enough. You can see it's pretty blurry, and then if I change it, you can see that now it's cleared up through there, and you can see through it to the factory on the other side. So that's foliage, and then static mesh is like all the other in-between stuff, and static mesh should be between, so it works the opposite way. So it goes down to decimal points, but it starts at 2, and it works its way down to 0.1 for static mesh. 0.1 for static mesh is much further away. My music gone. I love these beautiful refineries I just put in. Beautiful. You're welcome, my dude. 8 GB video card, still pretty decent. Well, to be fair, I only found them because I was really trying to like squeeze extra performance out of my game. There's some other ones, but I can't really remember them off the top of my head. And then it came down to the fact that basically my processor just isn't good enough to like give me extra performance no matter what settings I tweak now. Just can't get it much better than it already is, unfortunately. Need to do something about this back wall in here. And all of these have all got to get painted. Bulk grey. I love like cyberpunk looking stuff, like futuristic but like industrial. Here's something you might like. I am working on a mod to add different trains to the game. Iron ore. Some iron ore. In my Discord, it shows some progress that I've been making. Hang on, I gotta go get some iron ore. trying to make a mod that allows you to add different trains to the game. So I want to make like a freight train that like is slower than the original train, but it's like able to keep the same acceleration speed going up hills, even with more carriages on the back and that sort of thing. And then I want to make like a really fast like passenger train. So this is just a placeholder. I found using white light and greys, pastel colored lighting. Very nice. Indeed it does. Indeed it does. I use a lot of pastel in other places. But for now, I mean, all this does is it goes forwards and backwards. Doesn't really do much. But it works. And it's about the same size as the other train. It's a bit bigger. A little bit bigger. I will have to make a special station for it. The lighting really does affect the mood of things in this game, and you have to be careful to match the right lighting to what you're doing as well. What did I come up here for? Crystal oscillators, that's it. Damn, they're building quite fast. I only set up my crystal oscillator machine just before. Only 2 of them going. Oh, they are overclocked though. Actually, speaking of which, getting sidetracked. Finish painting this stuff down here. I mean, that looks better. Everything looks better when it's more uniform. Got these 2 that just don't fit into anything here. Here's a cool trick. I guarantee half of you don't know. If you take these mesh things, right? Sometimes you'll find when you're placing them, they don't line up, like they're like that. If you scroll with the mouse wheel, you can literally line them back up again. Scourge, my dude, I am an Aussie. I'm like the only Aussie that does Satisfactory, my dude. Or that I know of. I hope your afternoon's going well. A little bit of a Sunday afternoon chill. Come on. There we go. I will at some point do something about all this rock formation. Thank God. But I just can't be bothered right now. Really just can't be bothered. We need to make motors. You're in New South Wales? I'm on the East Coast, man. I don't really want to say too much because I'm like live on the internet. Motors. We have noon. I've been to Sydney a couple of times and Melbourne. Actually, I've been all over the whole east coast of Australia, but yeah, Sydney's a jam-packed place to be. I don't like the city there. Oh yeah, look at all my trains. What are we doing? Motors. Oh, I don't want a motor prop. There is no way you could convince me to use crystal oscillators to make motors. That is an expensive ass recipe. Stators and rotors. I think we have both of those being produced. I have a train station somewhere and it's fucking awesome. Thanks, my dude. Have you seen many of the other videos? If you could remember which video it's from or where it is, I can take you there and actually show it. While you prep some lunch. This is midday. It's like quite late at night for me. What are we doing? Motors, I keep getting distracted. What do we actually make them in? Probably an assembler, right? Assembler. And a crafting bench. Good man, he's gonna go find it. In an assembler. Where do we have... What are these making? This will probably be rotors. Rotors. 3 of each, so that'll be... I need to label these actually. Labeling is so damn important of stuff, so you don't have to sit here and click on everything. So they're stators, and those are... What do we need? Rotors and that. Gonna have to drag this out a little bit so that I can get some room in the back there. It's okay. What we actually need to do to set the mood as well, get these walls and paint them nice and dark in the back here. Actually, I might even... Do we leave it orange? I mean, that kind of looks cool. Doesn't really fit anything here, though. I don't have many, oh yeah, I've got heaps of all that stuff. What am I doing? I gotta line that up with this. What's going on, guys that just joined? Hope you're all well. Sunday evening going. Part 3 at 7 minutes 20. Is it it's the train station where it stops? We'll go over there now. Actually, where are you going? Whoop. No, we're good. We're good. I gotta remember. Actually, I think this train here is going over there right now. Actually, well, it is going past. No, it's not. Yes, it is. I hate this. Don't ever do through the terrain tunnels. They look crap. I did that really early in the game, and that section that I just did is like, it's like ingrained in there. It's like way too much effort for me to dig it out now and like make the rail go around it. So yeah, don't ever do that sort of stuff. It just looks crap. Oop, stuck in the train. Is this the one? This is the one you're talking about? Look at this. It doesn't really showcase it in the video, but I like made this really cool little bit where the input products come in through here. This has got to be the one, right? The smaller... Oh, I know the one. I know the one. Yeah, the smaller one. Yeah, I love the smaller one. I don't know what it is about it too. It just feels like a tiny little station. Sorry, I'm flying as fast as I can, guys. Should have grabbed that train when it went past. All this stuff, by the way, all of it, all built by hand. All the rocks on the ground, everything. I know it's really blurry, but you get the idea. Yeah, I know the one. We're heading there now. This one here looks like right ahead. Yeah, it's like a little baby station. Very, I was trying to make it feel, what do you call it? Industrial? But also like some kind of like cave thing. This is the one, yeah? I got all this like lighting up in here. Nah? Further up. I'm gonna have to pull up the video. How embarrassing, I can't remember my own damn video. Bang on 7 minutes 20. Oh, that one. I've gone way past it. What are we doing here? Where are you going? Opera production. Yeah. We're gonna go there. This train's gonna take us somewhere that I haven't shown you in any of the videos yet. But it'll take a little bit for us to get there. That's okay. Too many bloody stations? There's more stations than there are trains. I think there's like 150 stations I'm up to now. Definitely too many stations. Yeah, I've got some while we're heading there, I've been working on some stuff for 1.0, and so I've got some blueprints for some big things coming in 1.0, but definitely the rail network's going to be a lot bigger. In this save, there's probably about 1100. The timer up the top says 843 in the middle, but I had this game on Epic Game Engine before I bought it on Steam, and then I changed my save files over to Steam, and then it reset all the time for all of my saves. Like, it was like 4 years ago though. You're talking about this station here on the right, but we're going to go somewhere else first, and then we'll come back to it. You guys are going to love this. Ready? Yeah, this is pretty sick. I haven't really figured a way out to like make the foundations and stuff go into this and like make it actually connect properly yet, but I'll sort something out in the future, maybe. The concept is there, but I just never got it to execute very well. So I haven't really added it to any of my videos. And I don't know if you can tell too, but it might be hard to see from the video, but it's two different rails as well. So you've got the one that comes in from that side goes down and under here, and then around back up to the top. But this is a separate rail here on the top in the middle. So it's two different rails. It is a roller coaster. Alright, I'll take you over to see the other station. This is what you wanted to see, yeah? Oh, 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 oh! Please don't die. That was nearly bad. This is the little station here you wanted to see, yeah? It does, and it really like fits into the terrain and everything. There's some little ugly bits down here though, at the front. Could never really get this wall and track to line up. I try not to focus on that. Yeah, it does, hey. Hang on, I'll switch it to nighttime as well. Hang on. Where is it? Probably there is probably about as dark as we're going to be able to get it. The thing that really kills it for me is all these train signals, but I've got a solution for that with this mod. And I'm just going to delete them all like that. So it's still there, it's just in the ground. And then these front supports, yeah, 100%. In the next world save, there's going to be no train signals anywhere. So there's going to be loads and loads of them everywhere, but you won't see any of them because they're all going to be pushed into the concrete like that. So it'll be all just beautiful, simple rail, and you'll just see these. Yeah, and I like, especially like, I think this was one of the early stations that I made with these like polished concrete tiles as well, and the white stripes. I'll show you. If you paint your tiles, the only way I could figure out to make it have like white stripes on them was to like invert the color. I should make note at this point as well that I've got like this extra mod that adds these swatches, and I can't remember what the mod is, but I'll have to find out at some point. Yeah, they kind of like eat up the rail a little bit. They clip into the train a tiny little bit, but you don't really notice it unless you get really close. I've got stuff like this too. Not that that really matters. Go, little trains, go. Oh, the lag. The lag is real. Dude, we are all hanging out till release. I'm like dying right now. And playing this game is making it much worse for me. Alright, back to the motors. Back to the less fun stuff. We don't need any motors. Yeah, I am doing a fresh save, unfortunately. God damn, I don't want to, but yeah, I am going for a fresh save. There's just, like I said before, there's just too many things that are sort of like built into this world now that are like too much work for me to change over, regardless of the recipes. Like, one of the really big ones is out here. I wish I had a pointing stick. They should add a pointing stick to this game. Where that tunnel is over there, it goes through the terrain, and it's like, all this is like really nice. And to dig all of this up and modify this to fix that tunnel, like to change the location to like somewhere beside the rock there, would just be so much work. It would not be worth my time. There'd be like 100 hours in ripping that up, making it all nice again, and rematching up all the rails. It wouldn't even be worth it. And it's just like one small section. So this is just stuff like that that I want to change with 1.0. I'm gonna like build my main hub that builds everything, and then get it like hooking up all my resources, and then I'm gonna start planning out like a world rail network. Because I'm gonna do the same thing again, but I'm gonna do it better. What about you, my dude? Are you planning to do a fresh save? Oh. What in the hell is going on over here? That looks awful. And the worst thing about this game is it's a handful of quality of life issue. Yeah, that's what I've heard too. You're right. Like, there's so much stuff in this game that, like, for you to make it a good game, you definitely need to add mods for certain things, and that is a pain in the ass. But I'm hopeful that they have listened to people during the closed beta testing for 1.0 that they did a few months ago, and that they're going to address a lot of that stuff. Oh man, you play Factorio. 1,000 science per minute mega base. Yeah, you know what's funny about Factorio is that the devs that made so both the devs of Satisfactory and the devs of Factorio are real funny. The guys, Coffee Stain, waited until the guy released his release date for Factorio, which is in like November, and then Satisfactory were like, nah, screw you, we're gonna release before then so that we can get our pre-sales in. Which is what they did, obviously. Doing 1,000 science per minute? Yeah, man, that's decent. 1,000... Wait. Is it 1,000 science or 1,000 space science? Surely you're playing the SpaceX mod, right? If you're not playing the SpaceX mod on Factorio, man, you're not living. Oh man, if they fell on the same date, I'd probably tear what little hair out of my head I have left. It's better, like heaps neater. 1,000 of all sciences per minute in Factorio is decent, dude. I got probably like 500 hours of Factorio myself. The SpaceX mod just like destroys any possible time that you have to yourself. Yeah, it is a wild ride. I'm gonna save because this lag is freaking me out. Waiting for one of these lags to be like game crash. Yeah, the best science per minute I think I've ever gotten up to was like definitely not 1,000. I think I probably did like 500. 500 per minute or so. 1,000 is huge, bro. Yeah, it can be quite daunting, just like Satisfactory, but there's heaps to that SpaceX mod. There's so much to it. The guy that made SpaceX. What the hell have I connected here? Uh-oh. The guy that made SpaceX. You're planning a Saturn V rocket there too? in Satisfactory. Is that a mod or a joke? Because if it's a mod, I want to see it. Oh, bugger me. I've made a bit of a mistake here. That's alright. Just... organization. I'm such a freak for space stuff. Like, if they made, like, Satisfactory go to space, I'd probably die. I'd probably quit my job and then just be playing that straight. Yeah, the dev that made the space mod for Factorio, he's the one working with the main dev of Factorio, so they can make the new version of the game that's releasing at the end of the year. Is it Construction? Yeah, I actually saw him live tonight. I saw he had like 80 people watching him. I was like, damn, dude. He's got some insane machine that he's been running for like, trying to build for like a couple of years. Erindale, yeah, that's his name. Motors. Where are the motors? Started ready to build. He's a Satisfactory streamer. Yeah, man, he streams on I shouldn't be promoting another another streamer on my channel. No, I don't know, like his factory is huge. He's obviously been working on it for years and years. Yeah, Kinstruction, yeah, K-I-N. He was building some Star Wars thing on his stream a few months ago or a few weeks ago or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. What's going on, guys that just joined? Hope your day's well. Jedi Temple, Senate Building, and the Super Star Destroyer. Yeah, I don't know how he's running that game. Like, maybe it's because he's running it on a server. Problem for me is I can't run my game on a server because the trains all glitch out when you run it on a server. They all like teleport in and out of each other all over the place. So it doesn't work for my world, which is really annoying. Yeah, he has a lot of detail in his world, like a lot of detail. Maybe I should do the 3 of these in AI. Won't do them for AI limiters. I'll save them for something else. Just gonna do the motors out of here for now. It's that one, and that one. Also, like, the dude like streams like 24/7 on like both Twitch and YouTube. So like props to him. That's like a lot of work. I don't think though he edits any of his videos. I think he just not that I'm ripping on him or anything. I think he just uploads the live straight to motors. Incoming autosave. Oh, we add more spaghetti to the spaghetti. I'm gonna hide all this stuff anyway, so you're not gonna see it. Get off it. Here we go. Come on. Yeah, don't worry about any of these overhead lines. We're just gonna pretend they're not there. Actually, since that's all come away from there, we might. Oop. Actually, that's probably going to be bad there, because I'm going to have to run some lines through here for this. Need to get some light going, I think. Easy, Scourge. I'll see you around, hey? Don't forget, I'm not trying to plug, but don't forget we have a Discord as well if you click on my name. If you ever want to catch up or just chill out, see what I'm up to. What am I looking for? That'll get us some light. Oh, that's probably going to be too bright. Just do one. There we go. Now we can see what we're doing. What was it? Rotors and stators. I'm sorry about all the lagginess, guys. It's this world save that I have is so damn big. It's on the lunch menu, Mr. Brian. What are we doing? Popping this up. Splitter. Actually, we might. Whoop, that's the wrong one. I wonder if we'll get away with running it this far back. This is my preferred method when you like have to build stuff where it is. I prefer to like stack these splitters up real high, because you can like generally. Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay, we're gonna have to do some funkiness here. Oh, bruh, bacon sandwiches. You did. Bacon sandwiches, bro. Bacon goes hard. Mrs. actually made me bacon and eggs for breakfast. And pancakes for lunch. Yeah, man. If I'm always around in the Discord too, like, so if you have any questions that you want to just like, just feel free to ask, man. Because I've got it on my phone too, so I can generally just... Oh, that's not gonna work. It's gonna have to be this way. Nice. Whoop. Crispy bacon sandwich with tomato sauce and coffee. Oh, let's go, dude. The Discord definitely needs some help. Problem is I only set it up a couple of weeks ago. Here we go, give you a roll. And I'm not really used to like community discords or like how to moderate them and add all the features with the bots and things like that, so... Alrighty. It's actually, yeah, it's actually like... Yeah, I said barbecue sauce. You're a UK boy, do you go hard on the HP sauce or what? Did I say tomato? I don't think I said tomato. Surely I didn't say tomato. Oh, you know what would look good in here? We did like a half wall and then some like backlighting in here. That would look really good. Show ya. Whoop. Come on. There we go. I swear I didn't say tomato sauce. Yeah, let's go. Up the mighty HP sauce. Yeah, we have that in Australia too. Yeah, I do rate that. Good stuff. I don't think you're going to really see any of these signs, but that's okay. We'll do one of these ones. And little trick to get rid of these. Come on. There we go. I have no idea what that is for. but that's okay. Get rid of that at another time. Surely, can you see that from back out here? Yeah, you can. Yeah, it looks kind of cool. I think I will need to add roof lighting in through here though. Maybe I should stick with like the tried and true purple. Or is it going to clash too much, I reckon? Got purple down there. Maybe I should just go with white. Just the normal white lighting. I know I had lighting in here before, but that was like non-permanent. This is going to be permanent. Oh, that is definitely a classic use for a blueprint. And I feel like I need to be smacked for that one. One of those situations of I should have done it, I haven't done it, and now I'm paying for it the hard way. We're not going to look at that. Alright, what do we need? Rotors and... stators and rotors. Let me through. There's the... Oh, they're right here, both of them. Something's not right here. What the heck? Uh-oh. Something was using stators and it wasn't connected. Don't let it happen again. Like I said, I'll be working on it a lot more in 1.0 because yeah, it's pretty unexcusable to be really honest. Split. Where the road is coming from over here. Is that going to look really bad there? It is. Put one here. Oh, actually, this would be a really good case for a smart splitter. The smart splitters are really good, in my opinion anyway. I know a lot of people don't seem to use them, or at least I haven't seen them using it that much. But smart splitters are really good if you use them in the right circumstances. They should only be used for overflow of items. So either for like load balancing or when you want to run a process that is like not that critical. Like right now, I'm going to be making motors on the side out of these two, and it doesn't really matter if they're not going to be making all the time. Because it only needs to make me enough to like fill up a box, and then after that, just whatever I take from it. Which is probably not going to be that much. That is not centered. Should have doubled these lines together. Doesn't matter. We all love spaghetti. So the other side of that is that I don't believe that smart splitters are that good if you want to use loads and loads of them. Especially for like, I suppose if you're going to use them to fill everything up in the hub, I guess that's okay. My concern is, and I don't really have any data to back this up, but because they're like logic based, and it's not just splitting something like 50-50, it has to like check to see, basically has to do a performance check to see if something is there or not. If you use loads and loads of them, they could actually like tank your FPS quite a bit. I don't actually have any data to prove that case scenario, but what I will say is I don't really have anything to defend myself, but I don't know, like I write program, I'm making mods, I'm in around this stuff, like I've been building mods for like Factorio and things like that, so I guess it's a pretty reasonable educated guess, I guess you could say. And we're going to route this one. Where's my music? Again, this doesn't have to look amazing under here, it's just... Why is there no more stuff coming out of here? Uh-oh. We have no more rotors? And no more stators? Something is not right. It's meant to be overflow. Oh, it is overflow. I don't know why I thought it would like build up the line beforehand. I'm not thinking with my brain. Alright. The original plan was to like build another shelf out here and then bring it out to about there and then fill that up with machines as well. Then I'm going to build some more machines on top of that, and then I'll probably add some kind of caging and stuff like that in around here to make it look a bit more industrial as well. And then there's room on this other side here. I wanted to like fill in a bunch of this. Like I wanted to build machines all over here and all the way up to the roof. And then all along the floor here. Ooh, ooh. Just got some little copper production going on over here, and then under here there's some like iron ingots being made. Little smelting room. Alright, we're going to get these motors back into the container. What was that? I don't know why that was there. What the hell are you doing up here? Surely we can... Oh. That didn't help. Oh! I didn't think I'd get it on him. Alright, motors. Didn't I... Yeah, I already started routing this. I'm losing the plot. I ran it over here somewhere. Where is it? This is it right here. Nice and spaghettified. Let's go. What have we got knock coming in here? Oop, I'll go through there. What is this? Steel ingots? I don't even think I'm gonna need them. What is steel used for? Nice, alright. We did the quartz. Got the crystal oscillators going. I need to move. That is not quick wire. Crystal meth. I need to swap them around, like move them two down. And put it between the quartz crystals and them. Too lazy to do it right now. What else have we got going? Nothing in there. High speed connectors. God, I hate high speed connectors. Oh yeah, we need to do the AI limits. Oh, getting tired. That is a real eyesore in there. We only really need one for AI limiter. I might just use this end one here. I could just use the end one. Back to what I was saying before about the smart splitters. I'm not saying don't use them, for sure. If you want to use them on your hub, like what I've done here, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. What you could do is, if you worked it out properly, you could build an overflow system from the smart splitter. Actually, I should do a thing so you can see. So imagine this is your input, yeah? Like your storage. And this smart splitter is your input. Actually, I know you guys probably know how to do this already, but just hold your horses before you condemn me for showing you what I'm about to show you. So from this line here, imagine like this is where you like come and dump your stuff. Go here and you just put a bunch of things in here, right? And then it jumps onto the line and then it sorts through. Goddamn lag. It sorts through the smart splitter and into the machine. But what you could do is you've got told it to put in the adaptive control unit. Actually, I should test this. But what you could do is then set it to set the overflow of the item. Let's pick something that we have. Concrete. Yeah, we have loads of concrete. Let's do that. Probably better if I do a proper demonstration. So we've got one line going in there. I'll grab some concrete. Now I'm probably taking a bit longer to explain this. And then what you want to do is connect your overflow to an awesome sink. So you come back to your main base, right? So you come back to your main base and you're like, why the... Oh crap, I totally forgot this was full of crap. Concrete. That's not going to fill this up. Making a mess of this example. Pressure's on. I need to fill this up with some crap. Hang on. Come on. Alrighty, so we take all this crap out. Alright, what you want to do is not stuff this up like I have and then waste everybody's time while they're watching. Also kind of testing this for myself. Come on. Alright, so your right output is your concrete going to your storage, and then I think it's any, isn't it? Yeah, it should be any, and then overflow. Okay, that doesn't work. What I was hoping for would happen is you use the smart splitter to split everything off into the box, and then when the box is full of crap, it would send it into the overflow, undefined overflow. Would that work? Why is the center output is anything? Any undefined? Is that what it is? Yeah, it is any undefined. What I was hoping would happen is it's like you dump all your resources into here, and then it goes into the smart splitter as it goes through your system, and then divides it into whatever container it needs to go into, like for this one, for example. And then when that becomes full, the overflow would then go out and into the awesome sink. So that way, if you grab too much, for example, from this container, it would just like, and you went to put it back in the system, but this was full, it would just send it into the awesome sink. So it got rid of it from your inventory, but automatically sunk it for you. I'm sure there'd be a way to do that already. It probably is, and I just don't understand, or I don't know. Rodar. How would you set it up as overflow? Okay, what you would do, I know how you would do it. Just figured it out. I'm sure somebody's sitting there screaming at their computer right now. What you would do is set this one up as overflow with a second smart splitter. There you go. That? No, they're both smart splitters. And if I'm correct, when this is full, that will start overflowing and sending it into the Awesome Sync for you. They're both smart splitters. Ah, it does. Yeah, that's what you should do with your hub. So when you put too much into here of a resource that doesn't need to be sorted away because it's already full in the container, because like typically what else you would have going into here, how would you set it to fill up from a machine? You'd have to set it up like this. So you'd have one splitter going into it. So if you wanted to have it, you could set it up so that this machine, so now you've got the overflow system in place, but you could also, looks like there's 3 belts going into it. So what you would do, if you wanted to set up your hub like this and have all these containers and actually set it up like with a proper smart system, this is your input container, so you come in and you just dump everything in this. And then what you would do is you would have a normal splitter, a normal merger. So you need to have some crazy logic going on right now. Concrete. Oh, oop. Concrete. Any undefined. Oh, oh, nice. The game just crashed. So, I'm probably going to end the stream there, but I'll just explain this to you first. But yeah, basically, what you want to do is you want to have, starting from the container, you want to have the container, and then you want to have, before that, one smart splitter, and then that one's your overflow. I should have written that one smart is overflow. And then the one in between that, you want a regular merger. Merger. This merger is for your machine to fill up. It's for your machine to fill. And then you want the third one that's behind it at the very beginning of the lineup is your input line. There you go. So you'd have the container, and then you would have a smart splitter that's overflow going, like, firstly going into it, and then your second one that's between the two smart splitters would be a merger, so that you can have like your machine regularly filling the machine, and then the overflow from the machine fill would be going into. Oh no, you wouldn't want to do that. You would want the merger to be between the first smart splitter and the container, so that merger is from your machine to fill up the container, and then you would have a smart splitter in the middle for overflow that goes to the Awesome Sync, and then the third smart splitter on the very outside of the line is so that you can just have like input going into it from your like dump everything box. Does that make sense? Hang on. I'm going to do something here. Hang on. I'm just going to put my... Hang on, we'll do something here. Paint. So what you want to do is you have your container here that you want to fill up. Whoops. Get rid of that. All right, what you want to do is you have your container here that you want to fill up, and then you have your merger here. You have your merger here, and this is for your machine. So your machine puts the input of the product, the concrete, goes into this merger and then straight into the machine, and it will stop filling the storage container. So the machine will fill, using this merger, the storage container until it's full, and then before that you want to have a smart splitter. This is for your overflow, and this goes into the Awesome Sink. And then before that, you want to have your other smart splitter, and this is connected to your main input box where you dump everything. Oops. And then carries through. And so the product that you have going into this will go into the first smart splitter and then through it and into the merger. And if the container is full of your resource from the machine filling it up already, then the excess will go straight to the Awesome Sink. And anything that doesn't need to be sunk, if the storage container is empty, the stuff that's on your main line will go straight into your storage container while it's filling up with the machine. Does that make sense? A lot of people don't actually do this setup though. Anyway, I actually realized I should just make a video on this. I'm actually going to stick that in the Discord. Absolutely, you want your machine to stop when the container is full. Alright, boys. I'm going to cut that off there. Ooh, it's been fun, but I'm pretty tired. So I'll catch you guys around, hey? It's been really good chilling. Thanks for hanging around.